Greetings and welcome, mis amigos. We are taking a look at last night's quest. We were writing equations of lines. Thank you for getting your attention ready for me. Unplug your headphone jacks in case you're listening to music. Problem 30. It says a recording studio charges musicians an initial fee of $50. I read that and this is what I see. I see initial fee of $50. I'm writing that in red because I suspect that B is equal to 50. And to record an album, studio time costs an additional $75 per hour. All right. Yeah, it'll cost you money. So Y equals MX plus B. This was a rate. I suspected it was a rate when I read the word per. It's measured in dollars over hours. And let's write that equation. It's going to be Y equals 75x plus 50. And I guess I should say what my variables are. I didn't really do that, did I? X is equal to number of hours recording. And Y is equal to the total cost measured in dollars. So there we go. We set it up. And now they ask a question. Is it less expensive to purchase 12 hours of recording time? So this 12 hours of recording time, this corresponds to X equaling 12. Or should we buy a $750 music software program on our computer? What? All right. So, gentlemen, one person at a time. If you have a question, comment, observation, please raise your hand and participate. So now that I have a model, I can plug in numbers to predict the cost. So Y equals 75. I'm plugging in 12 for X plus 50. I want to figure out what is the cost when the time is 12. So let's see, 12 times 75, handy dandy calculator, 950. So that means that it's $950. Ethan, please be quiet, Cameron, right? $950 for 12 hours of recording studio time. So what does that mean? Is it less expensive? It is not less expensive. Purchasing the computer program might be better. Because, right, $950 is bigger than $750. Now, that's assuming you have a machine that can handle the capacity of that software program. Also, you got to make sure that, right, that software is actually, like, good. Sometimes people be selling some garbage software to get these low-end musicians money, and then it's like, wait, what? I can't even have an automated drum machine in this software? Wow, that vanilla creamer, good stuff. All right, let's take a look at one more problem. 36. Now, this one, they gave us a graph. Gentlemen, please. We have our variables labeled in the axes, and now they're asking us to kind of interpret this. It says the slope of the graph shows the approximate U.S. box office revenues in billions of dollars from 2000 to 2012, where X represents the year 2000. X equals 0 represents the year 2000. So what does X equals 2 represent? What year is 2? That would be 2002. What would 10 represent? 2010. Just making sure we're good on this. Okay. They said estimate the slope. So guys, how do I estimate the slope of the line? How do we find slope looking at a line? I don't have any coordinates. Well, I want to find some points where it crosses the grid. Now, this point right here doesn't cross the plus sign of the grid. This point right here, not so really. It looks like it kind of crosses, I don't know. I want to pick points further away. I'll get a better estimate. It looks like this is halfway between. Do you guys believe that? I don't know. You could have tried to say maybe it crosses there, but it looks like it's just as close over here to that. So I'm going to say this is a halfway point. It looks like it's going up 2, and that's in billions of dollars. And it's going over 8.5. So I'm going to say that the slope is 2. Question, comment, observation? Oh! Wow! With the save, thank you, faithful of the wounds of a friend. I appreciate your correcting my mistake. That would be 9 because this is halfway between 8 and 10. Thank you, sir. So I'm guessing that the slope is 2/9. There's my slope. And then they said, what is the y-intercept of the graph? Yeah, it looks like that just starts at 8 right there. B equals 8. That's the same as if I thought about that as 0, 8, like so. And now they ask the question, what do these mean? What does 2/9 mean in terms of the problem? Yeah, 2 whats? Like 2 what? Like apples? Billions, yeah. So that means there's an increase, or it's going up, right, by $2 billion. I guess I'll write dollars out. For every how many years? 9 years. Right, so this appears to be the trend. So that's what the slope means in terms of 2/9, right? Because this was in monies and this was in years. And then what does 0, 8 mean? What does this point mean in terms of? So that means in what year? Right, 0 represents 2000. Well done, well done. So in the year 2000, there was $8 billion in revenue. $8 billion in revenue. I just spelled revenue wrong. Man, this video is going to be amazing until that very moment. But that's okay. Oh, wait a minute. There's still a part C, isn't there? There's a part C. Oh, here we go. How can you use your answers in part A to predict the U.S. box office revenues in 2018? Well, let's see. In part A, we said M was equal to 2/9 and B was equal to 8. In the year 2018, how could I reinterpret that? Is that going to be an X or a Y value? Our x-axis is measuring year. Our y-axis is dollars. So 2018, if I want to think about that in years since 2000, X would equal what number? I don't want to plug in 2018 here. I want to plug in what number? 18. Man, well done. Well done. So if this is M and this is B, that means the equation is y equals 2/9 X plus 8. Right? That's the equation. That's the model of that situation. And I can now plug in 18 for X, and I'm going to get a Y value measured in billions of dollars. So I'm going to have Y equals, oh, guys, this problem is gorgeous. You know why? Because this fraction is going to cancel out. Oh, so sweet. Juicy sweet. That was my best Gollum impression when he's smacking a fish's head against a rock. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. So y equals 12. What does that mean? What does y equals 12 mean? All right, I just had a really good question. It was, is that years? And then I can look at what does the y-axis represent? What's the y-axis represent? It's billions of years? Dollar, hey. All right, so that means in 2018, we would predict $12 billion in revenue. Now, revenue is how much money they bring in. That is not their profit. Profit is calculated by taking your revenue and subtracting your cost of producing said movies. Also, when in case you guys didn't know, we are living in the year 2017. And when I have a mathematical model that I use to predict something in the future or the distant past before I started measuring data, this is called extrapolation. Side note, extrapolation. All right? When I am predicting something beyond the original data. If I wanted to predict the revenue, say that was in the year 2007, all right, if I wanted to predict how much money did they make right here, because this is inside the realm of actual data that I had, that would have been called interpolation. Interpolation. I think we'll see some of those words a little bit later on, but I figured this was a great opportunity to discuss them. So yeah, predicting using a model is a great way to, right, use math, right, where you describe a real-world situation and then you predict situations that have not yet occurred so that you, as an individual, can make better decisions. Hooray for life! All right, thanks for watching, Internet friends. Adios.